Hi everyone, hope you guys are all doing well today. So I am just so excited to share this with you today. So as you guys know, I have been eating 2 meals a day and I've been practicing with dry fasting in between. Well, I came across an actual human study that was done in Baylor University, and it was published in April of 2020. So it's a new study that was posted. But the actual study took place in 2018. So I want to share this study with you because it's so similar to what I am doing today. And it's so cool because now we have an actual study that's on humans, not mice, not rats. So this is just really powerful. And so I'm really excited to share this with you. So in this study, there were 14 people. There were 13 male and 1 was female. And so what they did was they had 2 meals a day, and the meals, the eating window was at sun up and sun down. And in between was 14 hours of fasting. And not just fasting, it was dry fasting. This is what I'm doing. So when I found this, I was just so excited because it's just more confirmation of what I'm doing. And another thing that is so fascinating with this study is their diet wasn't regulated. So they were eating what they normally eat. So they didn't change their diet per se. So can you imagine if they ate fruit and vegetables and smoothies and just things that are loaded with antioxidants and minerals, because this is a feeding window. But these people in the study, they didn't. They didn't go into their diet. But if they said just eat how you regularly do, then that kind of tells me they were eating whatever they wanted in their eating or their feeding window. So with this study, it actually showed that it turned on the good genes and turned off your bad genes. How powerful is that? And these people, some of them didn't even lose weight. So that tells me, I wish they would have gone into the diet more, but it kind of tells me that they just ate whatever they wanted in that window, but they did that 14-hour dry fast. So we can see that that is so powerful. It's powerful when we step aside, let the body do its own thing. It's almost like you're tapping into this intelligence, and you just, and for me, I think, okay, if you eat in between those meals, even if you take herbs or anything, you're almost interrupting that intelligence. Now let's look into what they found while doing this study. Okay, so they found that it improves glucose metabolism. They found that it upregulated genes that help lipid metabolism. That's fat metabolism, specifically fatty liver. Turn the page. They had found that it upregulated the immune system. That's everything. Our immune system is everything. This is our army. Sorry, I get so excited. So this is our army in the body. This is what fights off diseases, viruses. We need our immune system to be up and running, right? Okay. And it also helped with blood pressure. So there's so many great benefits. Okay, so now let's look at the genes that were actually turned off while doing this study. Okay, so these are genes that were turned off. These genes that, if triggered, they can cause liver cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, brain cancer, and drug-resistant leukemia. Holy cow, right? Okay, so did you hear that? These are the genes that were turned off while doing this fast. I mean, just think about that for a moment. With this fast, and we're going to go over a couple things that I'm taking from this study, because I'm not actually following this study to a T. I'm doing kind of my own, but so we'll go into it in a moment. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, so the fast, and I will leave a link down below for the study so you can go and check it out, because they really dive into it a little bit deeper. I'm just kind of like going over just some of the things that I have found. So let's see, so they did this fast. Okay, so they did a 14-hour dry fast, no food, no water. There was no calorie restriction during the feeding window, and they did this for 30 days. So for me, this fast is hard for me to follow to a T, because when I get up in the morning, it's really hard for me to eat at sun up. I mean, I do get up when the sun does come up. I am up either between 5:30 and 6. So I get up, I make a cup of tea, and I do some research, or I'm getting back to some emails in the morning hours. And then I've got my animals I got to take care of, I got to feed. And so it's their feeding window in the sun up. But for me, I like to work out in the morning hours. And I like to work out when I have zero digestion going on. So for me to follow this, it would be so hard. So I like to eat around 9 or 10, and right now anyways. And then I like to fast for about 8 hours, dry fast, and then have a dinner around 5 o'clock is when I eat. And so every time I have my feeding window, it's about hydration for me. It's refeeding my body. So for the study, when they ate whatever they wanted, I don't know what it was. I would never like encourage eating fast food, processed food, crap food. I would encourage to eat nutrient dense, hydrating foods, right? So that's why I always start out with a smoothie. And then, and it's really filling too, my smoothies. And I have, the big mason jars. So I fill that up and I consume all that. The first thing after I break my fast is with that. So it's all about hydration. And then after I consume that, I'll wait 15 minutes. And then I have been making this incredible chia pudding, and I will share the recipe with you in another video. So, and then if I'm still, because I kind of crave like salt, I'll have a couple of my Hu almond crackers. They have no oil in them or nothing. And I'll make a little bit of salsa, and I'll have a couple of those, and that's it. And then I'm done, and then my window's over. Now, sometimes I will have a cup of tea at night. Sometimes I won't, sometimes I will. But, so that's kind of what I'm doing. And then by the time I'm done eating, and I'm just gonna say 6 o'clock, okay? So 6 o'clock, I'm done. So now I'm fasting from 6 o'clock all the way till the next day, till 9 or 10 o'clock. So I'm really doing a lot of dry fasting then, and I'm doing some dry fasting during the day. Because I really think that dry fasting during the day is really beneficial, because we are moving and everything's kind of pumping and you're active, and and so I feel like you kind of get a little bit more out of your dry fast versus when you're sleeping and you're just at a rested state. I mean, you still, don't get me wrong, you're still getting great benefits, but during the day, because you are moving, I think that it's really powerful with the lymph system, and it just kind of gets things going, right? So that's why I think the 8 hours of dry fasting during the day, I just get such great filtration, kidney filtration. So as soon as I eat my food, and the first time I have to urinate is when I get the best filtration, or like it's within like 30 to 40 minutes after I have had my feeding window. And so yeah, it's so cool. And it's just more confirmation, like I said, that I'm doing something right. And it is, and I don't like long-term dry fasting. I think it's dangerous. I just find such great balance with this, having 2 eating windows. And when I do eat, it's about just feeding my body with loads and loads of nutrients and hydration and just goodness, where my cells and my body are just screaming for joy. They are so happy, and they're not sluggish, and I'm just always ready to go. And And another thing that I've noticed on this is my digestion is freaking crazy, feeling good. So much better than even when I was fruit fasting. Because that last fruit fast I did, I tend to kind of eat a lot too much fruit, I feel like. So I just wasn't getting the results that I wanted when I was fruit fasting. Although I was getting lots of nutrients and stuff, there is just something so powerful when you leave the body alone and you tap into that intelligence. Just like I said, I think that is key. I think that is powerful. And now we have a study that shows that that is true. I mean, I don't need a study for me to understand that it's working or not, but it's just helpful to share, especially if you have someone coming over and especially someone watching me going, what is this girl doing? There's no way that could be healthy. Now we have a study that proves that, or just more confirmation anyways. But anytime you're doing any kind of detox program, always do your research and be careful, because especially if you're on a lot of medications, you really want to discuss this with a medical doctor or God, it's so hard because a lot of doctors don't understand this healing. But maybe look for a holistic doctor or just someone who has so much experience and that you trust. But always listen to your intuition and just follow your heart and pray, because the Holy Spirit will guide us, right? And that's it. So anyways, I was just so excited to share this with you guys, and you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless. Bye.